Please stop. We just started Blasted or Stash in episode 62. Poopy Paul and Turdy Trinity go on a mandate, so they're both gone this evening. But we do have Chad and Rich from Reviews from the Batcave, and they're going to start us off with their quote. Whichever one of you guys want to go first.
I'll go first. I'll keep mine simple. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. I've watched it 100 times, but very simple quote. Pizza dude's got 30 seconds.
What was that again?
Yeah. Pizza dude's got 30 seconds.
I don't even know that. I thought that was supposed to be easy.
Don't tell mom the babysitter's dead.
Oh.
TMNT?
Yeah. The original
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
My goodness. I saved my whole allowance to buy that VHS when it came out. I remember that.
I burned the hole in that VHS.
And
Midwest Comic Man actually got it in the chat there. So
he did.
All right.
He's just quite sitting at home drunk and watching the show.
He is drunk. He's
probably naked.
Paul, are you naked?
He's going to say yeah. All right, Chad, you got yours?
You got one?
He's looking it up.
I was going with him. I'm sorry. No.
Oh, okay, no worries. Okay, we'll move on to Spectacular Spider-Grandpa.
All right, I'm going to go through the chat real quick. Chats are rolling. JLS Comics has been in here since the beginning. He had to poop earlier. I hope everything flowed nicely and, you know, you're cleaned out. Blackpole's in here. Who else? Midwest Comic Man, who is currently naked and drunk. Alex the Comic Hoarder. What's up, Alex? Comically Flawed. SS Comic Reader. Bruce Zayas. Cat Ren Figures. The lovely Cat Ren Figures is in the house. She said spectacular. All right. My quote is a little long. That's what she said. It is from...
She never has said that to you, so don't worry. Don't even try it.
From 1990, I believe this movie came out. So here we go. They say I'm disturbed. Well, of course I'm disturbed. I mean, we're all disturbed. And if we're not, why not? Doesn't this blend of blindness and blandness want to make you do something crazy? Then why not do something crazy? It makes a hell of a lot more sense than blowing your fucking brains out.
Yeah, I have no clue.
Fight Club?
Not Fight Club. 1990.
How about give us a lead actor in the movie?
Christian Slater. Midwest Comic Man got it again. Pump up the volume.
Not Gleaming the Cube?
Not Gleaming the Cube.
Okay, and mine is not a comic book movie either. Let's see if I can even do it right. I'll probably get laughed at. I ain't got no wrecking to kill nobody.
Sling Blade.
Sling Blade it is on the tater tots. So we'll go ahead and jump right into our... What's that?
And by the way, that was horrible.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'll try again next time, okay? So, Chad or Rich, either one of you guys want to go first on your first review? What's your first book?
All right. You know what? I'm going for right up stash here with Suicide Squad number 23. I don't know if anybody's read that one, but Suicide Squad's been pretty good so far. And this one, you got Batman coming after Waller. He's pissed because they're hunting down Killer Frost. And, wow, I'm looking forward to the next issue. Shit's going down hard.
Okay. You read that one too?
I'm going to give you a blasted just because Generations. The problem with Generations is that the book is taking place after an event that hasn't ended yet. So you're sitting there. I mean, the story was great. I know what happens at the end of Secret Empire. So, but what the hell? If you don't know what's going on, this is absolute garbage. Same with Hulk last week. I wish they would have been able to wait and have these out, but God, come on, Marvel, get your shit together.
Didn't they do the same thing with, was it Civil War too? Because Tony Stark was dead or in hyper sleep or whatever he was in, but yet he hadn't had that way in Civil War yet, but in other titles he was. Didn't they do the same thing?
Yeah, and even we were just talking about this earlier when Steve died originally and he came back. It was a big buildup, but he didn't come back in his own book. He came back in an Avengers title.
Yeah.
So they can't get the timing right.
No.
And if you read the Secret Empire, I don't know if you guys are going to review it, but Jesus, it's the same. It's the exact same thing that they did 5 years ago.
Yeah. Okay. I
The
don't
House
think
of Original Ideas.
Yeah. Hopefully this is it Legacy that's supposed to be coming out here in the fall. Maybe that might be better. We'll see, I guess. I don't think either one of us read that. Mike, what's your first book?
Let's do, man. Oh. Venom 153. So, let's see here. This is the actual end before Land Before Crime, where Venom is taking on Stegron. The interactions between Luna and Venom are just classic. Luna, Moon Girl, and Devil Dinosaur. You throw them in a book, and it's just instant gold. So, the art in this book is killer, and this is a stash for me.
Wow, Simplified Comic Guy's even in the house. Haven't seen him in quite some time.
What's up, Vince?
Okay, so I know it says Rich, you read that Venom book too. What do you think of Venom?
I thought it was pretty good. It was pretty cool to see Venom, Eddie Brock, have a new ability. I've never seen him do this before, but he uses some of the symbiote to control Devil Dinosaur to break the hold that Stegron had on him. That was pretty cool. I didn't think he could do that, but
yeah, I didn't read that one. Now, see, I've heard a lot of good things about Devil Dinosaur and Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur.
Yeah, there it is.
Huh.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, man.
That's pretty cool.
Like the symbiote attaches itself to the brain stem, and it kind of blocked out Stegron's influence over him, and it was just awesome.
Okay, I didn't read that book. I'll do my first book, and I'll kind of segue off of that, and that'll be Edge of the Venomverse number 4. Is it 4? Yeah, it's number 4. Yeah. Oh my goodness! So far, the only one I've liked from this Edge of the Venomverse is number 3. 3 is both Ghost Rider, I think.
Yeah, that was awesome.
This one, I don't know. It just didn't hit me. With Logan getting himself kicked at the very first, it looked like Little Man Logan. He didn't look like some big badass Logan. He looked like a miniature version of Logan. Seriously, I mean, maybe the guy was huge. Who was beating him up? Was it Hulk beating him up? Whoever was beating him up. But this didn't look right. I didn't like the art very much. Yeah, kind of a cool concept, I think, behind it.
There it is.
But I just did not like it. Now, I'm assuming that as soon as all these Edge and Venomverse wrap up, all these characters are going to be in Venomverse. I'm assuming that's what it's showing here. So I'll pick up probably first one in Venomverse, but that's probably going to be about it, and see if I like it from there. But this one is a blast for me. I know Chad and Rich, both of you guys read this. What do you guys think of Edge and Venomverse number 4?
I agree. It's a blast for me too, and you're right. When I first got this, I flipped through a few of the pages, and I didn't.
It looked like a skinny.
You broke up there. What are you saying? At least on my end, you did.
We lost him.
We lost your volume. We lost your sound.
But Edge of the Venomverse. This one actually takes place in the Old Man Logan universe, and it is just pure crap. The only one I liked was the first one with X-23, but yeah, the art is horrible, I say.
The cover's pretty badass. I like the cover on it.
Yeah, the covers have been great, and of course, freaking next one is going to be Venomized Deadpool. Woohoo!
Oh well, we've all seen that already.
Alex the Comic Hoarder said Venom listens to Nickelback and Creed on loop.
Is that why he's so angry?
That's why he's so angry. Brian Spaceboy 227 says hello, everybody.
Let's see if they got their audio set back up. No. Want to pop out and pop back in? Try that, or okay.
That's how my daughter got made.
That's how you popped out and popped back in.
That's right, baby.
We went there tonight. So what's your next book, Mike? While they're seeing if they can fix their audio.
Let's keep on the Spidey trend here. Let me find it. Damn it, there's a lot of books I did not.
Do I need to send an invite back in, or can they just jump back in?
Can't they just jump back in?
That's what I thought. I'll watch my messages while you're doing that.
All right, Amazing Spider-Man 31. I've been waiting for the shit to happen in this book for 30 issues now. Finally, we get to see the destruction of Parker Industries, all that freaking technical bullshit that he built up. He actually sacrifices it all to keep it out of Dr. Octopus's hands, or whatever he's calling himself these days. The emotions in this book between, Pete, the people who work for him. This was almost my pick of the week. An Amazing Spider-Man book was almost my pick of the week, with something else beat it out. But this is just great. Can't wait to see where they're going to go moving forward. Hopefully he's more of a, he don't have all the money and the technology. But good stuff.
But isn't this the Parker Industries that Superior Spider-Man created? Which was Doc Ock?
Yeah, and that's why he was trying to win it back, trying to get it control over it again. And Peter's like, nope, not going to happen. And all his workers are purging files and destroying the computers. And it's really good stuff. I was impressed because I haven't been liking Amazing Spider-Man recently, but this is really good.
And those Spider-Man books almost look like an Alex Ross cover too. But they're not, are they?
I thought they were.
Well, I don't know. I mean, the painted kind of cover that made me think of Alex Ross.
Yeah, it's Alex Ross.
Okay.
I don't think that one's an Alex Ross cover, but I think the next one's an Alex Ross cover.
Okay. So we lost you.
It says Alex Ross.
Oh, does it really?
Yeah, it's Alex Ross.
I'm just happy he gets Parker Luck back.
Yeah. I just talked about this book, how he sacrificed everything to keep it out of Doc Ock's hands, and I love this book.
Yeah, it was a good book for me too.
That was a really good book too. I was happy to get him back to the original costume, the whole nine.
Yeah. Exactly what I was just saying. Back to Spider-Man, not Spider-Man Homecoming. Spider-Man. Yeah.
I think you guys cut out on Edge of the Venomverse. What did you guys think of that? We kind of briefly, was that one we cut out on?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead. What were you thinking of that one?
Yeah, that was a blast for us too. And you're right. When I flipped through the book when I first got it, I didn't even realize that was supposed to be Logan in the beginning that was getting kicked. He was just a small, scrawny guy.
The problem I have with that book is Old Man Logan by Mark Millar was one of the most epic stories. And just to kind of take those characters and take those stories, like when you see Spider-Girl in there and Hulk, they've done it twice now that they've revisited that universe. Once when Logan was in outer space fighting the Brood.
Yeah.
Or I just kind of think it's blasphemy.
Okay, so I guess I'll jump into my first book. And that book is going to be The Shadow #1. The story starts off with this nurse changing bandages on this guy. You don't see him. All you see is her changing bandages. And she's talking about, I met him, blah, blah, blah. And it goes into this backstory about a school shooting, and the Shadow came in and busted it up, saved her life because the guy was getting ready to shoot her in the head with a shotgun. And then I don't want to totally reveal the whole book. I never grew up with a Shadow. The only Shadow I know is the oh god, what's his name? Alec Baldwin Shadow from the movie.
That's what I said.
Was it late '90s? I think that came out.
Yeah.
So that is my experience with the Shadow. That book was okay. I think it ends on a note enough for me. Maybe pick up 2. I think it's only a 6-issue miniseries, so it might be worth picking up the second issue to see what else is going on. So I think it left on a decent cliffhanger to pick it up. And Chad and Rich, you guys both read that one too. What do you think of that?
I want this to start trending on every social media. I've seen burnt junk before.
Oh, that's right. That was one of the lines. Yeah.
I'm sitting there. You know what? The book, it's a fun read. It's not something that I'm happy it's a miniseries because it's not. I don't know the character well enough, but it was a quick read, don't you think?
Yeah, I think so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought it was pretty good too. I agree. It was an easy read, and I'm also not very familiar with the character other than the movie, so it was an entertaining book.
She references his junk twice in it.
Maybe she likes burnt cocktail weenies. I don't know, but yeah, I think it works well as a miniseries, not an ongoing. And I think a lot of characters actually fit that miniseries format better than just an ongoing. There are so many out there that have an ongoing that don't need it, as far as I'm concerned. But Mike, you didn't read that one, but why don't you give us? You did?
No, I did not.
That's what I said. You did not read that one.
I was just agreeing with you.
Okay. Well, don't agree with me until I say you'd agree with me. Agreed?
No, agree. No need to get sassy now.
So why don't you give us your next book?
Fuck it. Let's do Old Man Logan, 27. So yeah, this is continuing on the Maestro and coming back and trying to, kill Logan. In fact, when this book starts out, they got Logan crucified to a stone pillar, and they keep pumping him full of bullets. They got a minigun or a chain gun, whatever you guys want to call it, and they keep pumping him full of bullets, letting him heal, doing it all over again. Pretty great art in this, just showing all that. One of the Hulk gang members, I think his name was Buck, fucks up, and Logan gets free, and he gets a hold of the minigun and blows them all to shit. And he's going after Maestro now. Let me show you some of the art. And Hawkeye actually shows up at the. Here we go. Look at this art, man. Oh, I can't see. There we go. Good stuff. So, but Old Man Logan's been good since issue 1, in my opinion. So, that is a stash for me.
He's not the little twerpy Old Man Logan from Venomverse, huh?
No. This is the real shit.
Okay. Let's go on. Let's do Redlands Image number 1.
Yes.
This is probably one of my pick of the week. I have another one it's relatively close. Of course, another Image, great book from right out from the gate. It's about witches in Florida. There's a sheriff's department. The witches were back. I mean, I don't want to give a whole lot to the story away, but they thought the witches were gone, and the witches ended up coming back. And it's a pretty badass book. Looking forward to definitely issue 2 for this one as well. It's a definite stash. Chad and Rich, you guys both read that one?
Yeah,
100% agree. The book, I mean, it's fun to see a book take place in Florida that's not Miami, I guess.
Yeah.
But when I read this book, I literally read it out loud and was talking with a Southern drawl the entire time. And it actually made me enjoy it a little bit. There was a movie, Get Out, that just was out. It feels like Get Out, but with redneck cops.
Yeah, I agree.
So,
yeah, and I enjoyed this book so much. Definitely my pick of the week. That I'm even drinking the moonshine tea.
Now, in Florida, are they called rednecks in Florida? Is there a section of Florida that is redneckish?
oh yeah, trust me, I have in-laws that live down there.
See, I don't know Florida, so I couldn't tell you.
But the book was great. The concept art, after you read the book, there's some concept art that kind of drew some.
Yeah, do you see this? So, I guess these three ladies, these like witches,
we think,
they look like they were cops, maybe at one time, detectives,
or
they have a badge,
or they become cops.
Yeah.
So, because you see in the concept art, they all have badges. So, I'm definitely going to pick this book up. This is a definite stash for me. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good read.
Yeah, it's great.
There's decapitations. There's gunfire. Those are lots of cool stuff in that book.
There's racism.
Yes.
Can't have racism.
Yeah, if you're into that sort of thing.
What'd you think of it, Mike?
3 hot witches. You're sold. Stash it. I liked it. It's not my pick of the week though.
Did you feel like a little bit of a True Blood vibe to this? I don't know if you guys watched.
I did. I love True Blood, and that's probably why I like this so much.
Yeah, I definitely felt that it was, that on that par. So,
is True Blood based in Florida? Or is that Louisiana?
That's Louisiana.
Louisiana, but it's like the same gritty, dirty feel. You feel dirty after watching it.
Yeah, that was the one I was looking forward to probably the most this week. I guess we'll go to start off with you guys. I did the last 2. Mike, what's your next book?
We'll do Mr. Miracle, number 1. Where's my thingy at? All right, Mr. Miracle, number 1. Starts off, old Miracle, he's hurt pretty bad, and we don't know how or why. While he's recovering, Orion shows up, knocks the shit out of him, keeps telling him to stand back up, and he doesn't. Barda, I guess that's his wife, asks, what the fuck's going on. Orion says he's like teaching him, and that's all he says. They argue, and because vagina rules the world, Orion leaves. All through this book, there's little black panels that say Dark Side is. Exactly. Catron just said it in the chat. So, it's leading up to something great when they mention Dark Side. So, and we go to a scene where Miracle Man is on a talk show. We find out that he tried to kill himself and escape from death because that's the ultimate, escape. So then he's walking with his dad, the High Father, I guess his name is, and he tells Miracle Man that Darkseid has figured out the anti-life equation, and everyone's being summoned to whatever that planet is. You guys could help me out there.
New Genesis,
and I don't know, but this book was my pick of the week. The art is okay, I guess, but the story just makes up for it. So, Mr. Miracle, pick of the week right here.
I have to agree with this. Is definitely my co-pick of the week. Now, they did that little snippet in the back of one of the Batman books. I think they had like a couple pages, and I read that and I'm like, oh, dude, I'm gonna hate this book. And that's what my thought was originally reading the preview. But damn, this is actually a pretty good book. I'm not super familiar with the old gods, and I think I talked about this in one of my video chats. Somebody was asking me about it. Now, the Kirby DC run stuff on the old gods, Mr. Miracle. I'm not familiar with all these characters, but dude, this is actually really good. I really enjoyed this. This is 12-issue miniseries. I'm definitely be adding this to my pull list and picking up all 12 issues to see where this is going. Definite stash, co-pick of the week, right along there with Redlands for me. And Chad, Rich?
You go first. Yeah, I agree. This was another good one. I mean, DC was hitting them out of the park this week. Yeah, I liked this story on him. Even when in the beginning, he tries to commit suicide, and you're wondering what the heck's going on there. But it's Mr. Miracle always, an escape artist, and the one thing you can't escape is death. I thought that was pretty crazy.
And Big Barda, when she's talking to Orion and saying he goes, "I'm the son of Apocalypse." She goes, "No, you're High Father, son." And
yeah,
it took me back to the Justice League cartoon because I remember that's really what introduced me to the New Gods, and seeing when Darkseid traded Orion for Mr. Miracle, and Mr. Miracle just was raised in the fire pits. But this was definitely my co-pick of the week. 100% love Tom King's stuff. I mean, the guy has probably more than any of us would even imagine. I believe 100% that he was an ex-CIA officer. So from when he was doing his run on Grayson and everything like that, you had that vibe. So that's what when he did that with what he's doing on Batman's amazing. But I think you're going to see a lot of his creativity come out in some of the stuff that he's possibly even seen when he was working with the CIA.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is great because it does touch on a very, interesting topic, the suicide, and that, I think what Tom King is doing with this and with Batman, he makes the characters very human. Like with the whole Batman, whether you're talking about the story between Bane and Batman and how they grew up and how different they grew up, how Batman was kind of shattered after his parents' death and how he was trying to cope with that. Brings it a very realistic character, and I think that's what he did with this one as well. Brings that real life situation as in, trying to cheat death by trying to commit suicide. Very touchy subject, and I think it's great. I think it works great for the story.
Yeah, I'm very happy with Tom King right now. Whatever he's putting out, even I guess a lot of people saying that his book of the year was the Elmer Fudd Batman book. So the guy's an amazing writer. I think we all were worried about Scott Snyder, but this guy's doing amazing stuff.
I've always
go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You go ahead. You go.
Yes, boss. I've always loved Mr. Miracle's costume too. For whatever reason, I think it's badass. I just wanted to say that.
Did you catch the host too that was interviewing him, Godfrey?
Godfrey?
Godfrey. Well, I know him from Young Justice. He was one of the aliens that were helping populate. He's a bad guy. So it was kind of a throwback to some the old characters.
Yeah, he was like some kind of
he's off of Apocalypse. He's from Darkseid's team.
Gotcha.
As I was going to say, that Elmer Fudd Batman book, you can't find a first print for that for like $20, I think, on eBay already. So it's already shooting up in price.
Second print came out this week.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. I guess I'll start with the next book. My turd of the week, which I was, I love the first one, the King 100 celebration. That was the New Gods. This week was Newsboy Legion Boy Commando Special. I couldn't even get to. I think there's multiple stories in this one as well. I could not get through that first story just because of how they were talking. I guess it's supposed to be like a New York accent and then an English accent, and how they were cutting the first. Oh my God! I said, "There's never a mystery man around here." I don't know. I just couldn't get through it. This is my stinker, my blasted, my turd of the week. Newsboy Legion and the Boy Commando Special. I think. See, did you? Oh, you read that one. Oh, everybody read that one, didn't they? Or,
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go ahead and start with Chad Rich. What do you think of
So
Religion?
I like the Newsboys from I read comic books and then I really got into it during the death of Superman. And one of my all-time favorite characters is Connor Kent from the original The Clone. And the Newsboys were the ones that freed him from Cadmus. So it was kind of a throwback to that. And when I went back and read Kirby's run with the Newsboys, and I loved it. I loved his stuff. I agree with you when this story was kind of subpar. I'm just not a real big fan of the artist. I've seen his stuff before, but the problem I have, again, it is that old 30s style, 40s New York dialect. I absolutely agree, but it was good to see in the back that they had a Kirby story with Guardian in it, and I love that stuff.
I didn't read it, so I couldn't tell you.
Oh, okay. I thought you read it.
I like.
Hey, Mike, what do you think of Newsboy Legion?
Oh, like you, I got about 2 or 3 pages in, and I was like, you know what, I'm done. So that's my turn of the week as well.
Okay, so then we'll jump in with Chad and Rich. You guys got another book you want to talk about?
I'm excited. I'm sorry, but this is my pick of the week. I'm loving this book, and I don't think it's getting enough recognition as Red Hood and the Outlaw.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
The reason I like this is, again, I'm a 90s kind of a reader, and I loved Smart Hulk, and something happens, and Bizarro turns into Bruce Banner. So it's awesome. It's got the whole Dr. Frankenstein vibe with Lex trying to save his creation, and he improves on Bizarro, and it's a fun book, man. To see these three interact has been awesome. It's everything you want to see Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman do in a perverted kind of way.
Yeah, I agree. It was another top pick of mine. One of the things I loved about this book was to see Bizarro tell his story kind of through his eyes, and his recollection of his birth. And like he said, at the end, Lex Luthor has to save his creation, and you end up with a smart Bizarro, and that's pretty cool. I want to see where this goes from there. See, it's a change.
Here it is. Tell me that's not Smart Banner.
Yep.
Yeah.
And even, I mean, it's a great book. I'm happy with that.
What about you, Mike? What do you think?
Oh, yeah, I loved it. I opened it, and I saw this art right here. I was like, oh, hell no. But that's like you guys were saying, Bizarro's take on his origin, and but yeah, great stuff. The Lex Luthor, you nailed it when you said Dr. Frankenstein saving his creation. I'm curious to see where it's going to go with being smart now. So yeah, definite stash.
I actually just dropped that book. Last month's issue was the last issue I picked up because I'm about 4 or 5 issues behind, and now you guys are making me think I shouldn't have dropped it. So I mean, I've still got to get caught up on the issues I'm behind on. Maybe I might have to add it back onto my list. So we'll see. What? What were we saying, Mike?
My screen on my laptop went black.
Okay, what's your next book, Mike?
Let's do Danger Doll Squad right here. So basically, this book is Vamp Blade, Dollface, and oh god, what's her name? I can't even think of her name now.
I don't read it.
Oh man,
Big Tits McGee.
Zombie Tramp. God damn, Zombie Tramp.
Really, you forgot Zombie Tramp.
I forgot Zombie Tramp. You get like their little origin stories for all three characters, and then it goes into how they've been enemies, and at the end they're going to team up to take on their villains. All this is a TNA book. This was almost my stinker of the week. So,
somebody gets right up your alley if it's a TNA book.
The artists inside, you know how some books they for 2 pages or 2 or 3 pages they have one artist, then they switch, and then there's a third artist on the next few pages. I hate that. That's one of the turnoffs for this book.
Before I jump into the next book, you want to give an update on the chat and what's going on there?
Oh, absolutely. Seeking Near Mint Comics all the way from Hawaii is here. Jason Smith is in the house, and also from Hawaii, Doom 143 is here. And they've been chatting up a storm.
About Korea.
About
North Korea.
Mr. Gretzky 9966 was in here. And shout out to Drew Manchu, who made his return to YouTube yesterday, I believe, with his face-to-face video. So, love watching him. That's all I see.
Okie dokie. And
smashing their like buttons.
Yeah, do that. Smash our like button. Touch Mikey's like button. Mikey likes that. My last book that I'm going to read tonight is Secret Empire number 8. I keep forgetting how many issues there are going to be go. Is it 10?
It's 10.
It's 10. So 2 more to go. So finally, they've actually made some ground. I feel like this is the last issue wasn't too bad either, but they've really made some ground. The Alpha Flight's now busted through. They're going to be able to make it down to Earth to be able to help out and really fight. I just want this to wrap up because I guess I'm just tired of reading it. I'm tired of reading these big event books. It's a stash for me because it's been one of the better books with action and actually progressing the story along. So that's all I can say about it. What do you guys think, Chad and Rich?
So I like the story. I like where the ending was, the big surprise, the reveal who Cubic is. But
it's not too big of a surprise.
It's not a surprise. They've done it before. But the problem I had with this, and I actually had to go to the store today to pick it up because it's a 2-part story, and it continues in Captain America, which is the actual final Captain America story. And this one actually has a huge reveal. Can I give a spoiler?
If you feel like it, yeah, go ahead.
So at the end, we got Bucky back.
Okay. So this is the last Captain America of the Steve Rogers Captain America, the one that started when he's a Hail Hydra.
This is actually, I want to say it's Captain America number 25, and it's ending both the Steve Rogers and the Sam Wilson Captain America.
Okay.
So this actually ties in well with the book. Again, even when you read the previews, it doesn't really explain, like the previews don't say, hey, you need to read this book, or Marvel wants you to read everything. And I just happened to read an article where it says you need to pick this up. This brings the story puts the story really together very nicely, and it ties in with where it's all going to go, which is going to lead into the generations that already started.
Mm-hmm.
So we get Bucky, but the young Bucky or Winter Soldier Bucky?
We get Winter Soldier back.
Okay.
And he's with Namor. So,
yeah, they show that in Secret Empire 8 too.
Yeah, And they kind of expand on it just a little bit more. It explains where Namor might actually be a double agent.
Gotcha.
So, as a completion, the story is good. I'm just not committed to Marvel right now because they've put out so much stuff that I haven't been real impressed with.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. The price points on it is just ridiculous, too.
Yeah, one of my comic stores had one copy of that Jean Grey Generations, and it was trash. And I'm like, I'm not going to pay $5 for it, And it was, and I'm kind of glad I didn't pick it up because I've heard it was pretty garbage from a lot of people. Yeah, Drew Mantrue says you should definitely read 25 before you read Secret Empire number 8. So he says it's a must read. So I guess I gotta go pick that one up as well. But Mike, what do you think of Secret Empire number 8?
I loved it. All the heroes, getting some momentum, all rallying together. The Falcon Captain America actually gets shot through the chest, the chest, and I thought he was done, and he busts his way back out of the water there. It was good. The big reveal at the end we all saw coming, so not really a big reveal. I'm stashing it.
So the question I have for you, Mike, on our very first episode, we read a team book, and I forgot what the team book was, but I think it had Kubrick. Is that her name?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That was Thunderbolts.
Was that the same character that's in here? I know it was a team book. I forgot what it was.
Yeah.
That's the same. It is. Okay. That's what I thought. Okay.
She's the one with the last event. Marvel had Civil War.
Uh-huh.
There was one before that.
Well, she's the Cosmic Cube.
Yeah. The live. Yeah.
Yeah.
But she's the one who ripped the heart or something out of one of the characters at the end of Thunderbolts, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So basically, all this Secret Empire bullshit ain't gonna mean diddly squat after issue 10.
When does it really ever after any major event? Do you guys know any events that's really changed the timeline dramatically to where they hadn't gone back?
In Marvel?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Not and they had a couple years ago they did the Architects. The new talent was coming on board, and they just I don't know. I mean, the problem is they're telling stories that should be told in independent. Stan Lee said, "Stop changing my characters" 3 months ago, and I think they're kicking butt when it comes to the MCU. Hey, those are the characters that we all grew up with. I mean, go back to that, make it work, and I guess my biggest problem is the mouse. Disney, they're going to monetize as much as they can. They bought this. They bought Marvel with the intention to go in and get a certain demographic because they had the princesses. But the problem with that is we're the readers.
Right.
Yeah.
And introduce these things that worked for how many years? That's just my opinion. I'm sorry.
No, I agree with you. I think they should just add new characters, not overtake characters that have been in continuity and stuff for since the 60s. So, it's just kind of hard to do that to the core audience. I mean, because the core audience are guys, in their 30s, 40s, 50s that have been reading these books for years, And
if you think about it, since the 90s, there's not that many characters that have been created that have caught on. And if you think about the ones that have, Damian, and they're more of the DC side.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I mean, you have Deadpool and Marvel. Marvel and Cable. They came out in the late 90s, right, or was it early 90s?
Yeah.
I mean, you got a couple there that have stayed around. They've been pretty popular, but it's hard. Like even with Gwenpool, you can only take so much. For me personally, I can only take so much of it. And okay, I'm done. I'm done with it. I can't deal with it that much. You know, again, that's one of those characters that'd be good. Like, oh, okay, here's a 6-issue miniseries, and then 2 years later, maybe revisit it and have another one where she interacts. Not in every freaking thing that Marvel puts out. I think that gets annoying. Same with Deadpool.
And the stuff that they do that puts out that is good, they then monetize it to the point where it's like, okay, this is dumb. Because they did that with Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe, and then there's Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe again.
Yeah, just beating a dead horse.
Yeah, they're necrophilia, and maybe they're into bestiality and necrophilia.
Okay, so that wraps up most of the books. Do you have any other quick books you want to talk about, Mike, before we move on?
The ones I haven't read yet are Suicide Squad 23. Detective 962, Action 985, Sacred Creatures #2, Jean Grey #5, and I bought the Supergirl just for the cover, but I'll probably give it a read.
Let's see. Is it Art Germ cover? Is that what that is?
Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. I just like to nibble right there.
You would, you pervert.
Throw some barbecue sauce on that thing. Woo!
Is that just a cover B? Or is that an incentive variant?
That's a cover B.
Really? Okay. And Ox Comic Order had like 15 of those. I swear. That one's garbage by comparison to the other one. That one's
What's that?
The cover A.
Oh.
Dream Man Chu says that Marvel has way more new characters they have caught on. I mean, yeah, there's new characters that have caught on, I think, but I don't really any ones I like. What are you saying, Mike?
I was thinking of recent characters that caught, maybe like Jessica Jones. She got her own TV show. I don't know.
But in the same breath, you got the new Miss Marvel coming out, and it's the Carol Danvers, or is that her name? Carol Danvers?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But then you also have the Middle Eastern woman.
Kamala Khan.
Yeah, the one that stretches. So, I mean, they do have new characters, but, I mean...
Who cares?
Yeah, I mean, you're just redoing the same stories.
Yeah. I don't think they fit in with a lot of the majority of the readers. That's the problem I think that Marvel's doing.
Just like that book, America. Did we really need that?
I need tinder for my fire, but other than that.
So, you guys, I want to ask a question, and this was brought up to me at a con, probably. The guy that we just met that wrote Flash that we talked to.
Yeah.
What was his name?
Williamson? Williamson?
No. Mark Waid?
Mark Waid.
Was it Mark Waid?
Yeah.
So Mark Waid, he said to me, he goes, I said, we loved your Shazam, we loved your Flash, and we were talking, and he's got a new book coming out that he's working on, and I said, what characters? He goes, what characters do you guys love? And we're like, obviously we love DC, and he goes, let me ask you a question. He said, name 5 epic story lines from DC, and then I want you to name 5 from Marvel. I came up with Planet Hulk and Age of Apocalypse, and then I went to Clone Saga. Mm-hmm. And then when you think of DC, you got Infinity Crisis, you have the stories hold up longer. Kingdom Come, all of those stories. DC just seems to hold up longer.
Well, you also have Secret Wars, and you also have Civil War, which were pretty good, I think, for Marvel.
Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah.
A lot of the X-Men stories, major events were pretty good.
Yeah, no, they were. I mean, X-Men and Superman were what got me into comics, and I agree. I just, Marvel, they want to get ownership of their characters. and I understand that. And even Hickman this week released in an interview that one of the main reasons why Fantastic Four is canceled is because movie rights.
Yeah. And that, I think that's kind of petty because they're the first family for Marvel. They're the ones that really got the Silver Age Marvel rolling, and it kind of sucks that they could be that petty about it.
Sorry, keep on bringing up.
Oh, you're fine. But Generations will fix everything.
Yeah.
But don't call it a rebirth.
Yeah.
Exactly. They're 0 for 2. We were talking about that in the chat. So next week, the Wolverine's Generation comes out. We'll see.
I think I ordered that one. I didn't order all of the Generation books. I just ordered the few of the characters I do like. What?
Did you see all the story arcs throughout? Let me find Go ahead, continue. Let me try to find one of these books that has all these.
You made me forget.
Can I give you guys a spoiler on? The Batman Detective Comics 962. It's leading right into the Doomsday Clock and the Oz storyline out of Batman and Superman. There's something happens at the end and something said, and you finally see Batman's reaction, and it's all coming together. So I would say this is building up to some pretty intense stories that are coming.
And it's only taken him a year. That's my only big beef with it. Like we started out with Rebirth last summer, fall, whatever that was. And it's like, okay, let's get to it. Oh no, a year later. And so it's like it's been a while.
Well, I mean, isn't Metal being stretched over almost 12 months as well?
Yeah, it's gonna go in the next year, isn't it?
Is it? But with the Metal though, I think aren't they releasing books every week with that story arc?
I think it's once a
month.
month.
Every month. I'm sorry. Yeah, once a month. Versus we haven't had much. Like we had a little bit of the Doomsday or Watchmen stuff, we want to call it, during the Flash Batman crossover, but that was only 4 issues, and that was all. I was like, we hadn't heard about it for 6-8 months. Also, bam, here's a little taste. Then okay, we're gonna cut it off. Okay, here in another 4 months, we'll deliver the rest of it to you. I kind of wish they'd have that out at the beginning.
Here we go.
It ended in what, May? So that story ended in May, and we're not getting anything until November.
Yeah.
And that's the only month that Metal takes a month off.
Oh, really? Okay. What are you showing, Mike?
No, the Marvel Legacy, where every welcome to Marvel Legacy, where every series is an event, and I got all them goddamn books.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be buying very many.
But they're only one-shots.
No, well, each one of the, like Jessica Jones 13, Return of the Purple Man Part 1, X-Men Gold 13, Mojo Worldwide Part 1, and these are all Part 1s for the most part.
But in an ongoing series, not a one-shot.
No, yeah, this is it, we got, where is it? Like Defenders number 6. Kingpins of New York, Part 1. So I don't know what the hell. Mighty Thor.
That Defenders book, that I'm okay with the Defenders book. A lot of people at our shop were complaining that it's not the Defenders, it's the Netflix Defenders. Mm-hmm. Well, guess what? That's what everybody's. That's what's going to sell.
Yeah,
and I'm okay with that book.
It's just to get new readers on there. You watch the Netflix show, you want to read the book. Well, it makes sense to have those characters in a book.
But my problem with the Disney Marvel whole fist, and I mean, Netflix announces on Monday that they bought Mark Miller's collection, right?
Yeah.
And the very next day, Disney goes, "We're ending our relationship with Netflix. We're starting our own streaming service." So all those shows that everybody's bought into are now are going to the Netflix channel. That's I don't know. I'm sorry, but hey, in one breath, we may get more content. We might actually get more unique stories and more shows.
Okay, so go ahead.
Seeking Nearman Comics has the quote of the night: "Just stick with Playboy. You can't go wrong."
or Playgirl, whatever tickles your fancy. So I guess that's going to go into our comic portion. Since Paul is not here tonight, we're not going to have a Kickstarter corner. We'll resume that next week. We really didn't get a hold of anybody on Kickstarter to get some reviews in, so we'll jump right into Spider-Man.
Funko mouth.
Hey, that was not good enough.
What are we doing now?
We're doing Grandpa's segment.
Shut your Funko mouth.
That's a little better. There you go.
I got a shit ton of news. So.
Well, good, because I don't have a whole lot of movie stuff because I was trying to fill in for Trinity.
Gotcha. So grab your popcorn and sit back and relax and listen to me ramble for about 20 minutes.
Oh my Lord!
Hopefully not that long. So first thing off the bat, if you're a GameStop Power Up Rewards member, there is something that's going to be part of that called the Funko Insider Club, where you could get free Funko Pops under $9, exclusives, blah, 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 this, that, and the other thing. Just go to GameStop's website. They got all the information there. If you're a gamer and a Funko collector like myself, you're in for a treat, so they say. Of course, with the new Blade Runner movie coming out soon, Blade Runner 2049. We're getting pops for them. We're getting Joy Sapper. Sapper's going to have a chase, not Airborne Sapper, just Sapper. Love, Wallace, Deckard, and Officer K. And we are getting Dorbs from them guys as well. Now, these are Hot Topic exclusives coming out real soon, so be on the lookout for these. We're getting from Harry Potter, Remus Lupin as a werewolf. He looks pretty cool. He's just looks like a white werewolf. Diamond Series Belle. If you don't know what the Diamond Series is, they're re-releasing the Disney princesses with glitter paint.
So, glitter.
It looks like the Diamond Princess has been at that club again. So, we're getting an exclusive Thor from Ragnarok. He's holding somebody's helmet, like, or what it is, but I guess we'll see when the movie. And from Inhumans, we're getting an exclusive Medusa from Hot Topic.
Hopefully her hair moves.
It's wavy. Of course, I talked about it a few shows ago that the Mortal Kombat Pops are coming. I got a little bit more information today. Of course, we're getting Sub-Zero and Scorpion, but there's going to be a 2-pack at GameStop if you want both of them for I don't know if they're going to be any different, but be on the lookout for those. Of course, Liu Kang, Katana, and Raiden, and one I didn't know about, we're getting 6 inches of Goro. So he's going to be awesome.
I bet you are. Jesus Christ. You just let yourself up for that one, dude. 6 inches of Goro.
6 inches of Goro, all forearms.
Jeez, oh Pete.
On August 20th, Walmart will be launching their new 3-pack, their Star Wars 3-packs, and everyone it was a bitch to get the last two. So Cloud City and 3-pack and the Ewoks 3-pack. So August 20th, Ragnarok exclusives. They're gonna have Walmart's gonna have one that's gonna be Hulk in his Planet Hulk armor. Bruce Banner is gonna be at Toys R Us, and Hela without her helmet is going to be at Target. I don't know why you would want her without her helmet. Her helmet's badass. Fans of the video game Horizon Zero Dawn, we're getting pops from that game. Disneyland, not World, Disneyland exclusive, Abominable Snowman. It's not going to be available online or not in the Disney stores. You actually have to go to Disneyland and get this pop. He looks awesome as well. An anime called Fairy Tail. I'm not familiar with it. We're getting wave 2 of those. And Golden Girls fans, we're getting Dorbs. There you go, brother. All you we're actually getting a Chase Sophia too, so be on the lookout for those Bettys. DC Bombshells Dorbs. They look cool as fuck. So they're gonna be Hot Topic. There's like 10 Hot Topic exclusives and a Chase. So oh man, Wonder Woman Series 2. We're getting a Dorbs ride with her horse. I'm not familiar with her horse's name, but if he even has a name, but he looks pretty cool. We're getting a Wonder Woman with her jacket and a sword. We're getting Wonder Woman with ice cream and Wonder Woman with her blue dress and a sword and shield. So that's Series 2 for Wonder Woman.
Did you say there was one with her riding the horse?
Yes. It's a Dorbs ride. So it's not a Funko or Pop.
Is it Lady Godiva? Is that what you said?
Yeah, she's naked.
Sweet. Did you turn your camera off, Mike?
Oh, I'm in low power mode. Holy crap!
Oh my goodness! Better grab that 6-inch pop and get ready.
The only pop I grab is yours, baby.
Wow.
Anyway. Oh, man. We're getting Crash Bandicoot pops. So if you're in that game, they're coming. Oh, man. Some New York Comic-Con rumored exclusives. We're getting a glow-in-the-dark Balrog. I'll show the Balrog here in a minute. Grinwald from Fantastic Beasts. Saw Gerrera from The Force Awakens with hair. A black chrome Batman, and a chrome Death Star droid. Halo, fans of the Halo video game, they got a new deal to make more. Buffy the Vampire Slayer fans, we're getting Buffy and Willow rock candies. Man. Sean Connery with his Aston Martin. That's going to be a pop ride coming soon.
Oh, Miss Penny.
Sleep well.
Some Looney Tunes pops. We're getting Bugs, Daffy, Sylvester, and Tweety. Viking Elmer Fudd, Opera Bugs, and Tornado Taz.
Huh.
The Tornado Taz will be awesome.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty cool. Emperor's New Groove. I've actually never even seen it. We're going to pop from that. The new God of War game.
You have never seen Emperor's New Groove?
I have not.
Oh my goodness! I thought I knew you.
It's David Spade's best work.
John Candy. Okay, go ahead. Sorry,
the new God of War game, the one with his little boy. We're getting a 2-pack of Kratos and Artek. That's apparently his son name. Any Riverdale fans in here? We're getting a bunch of Riverdale pops. Betty, Veronica, Archie, Jughead. Sonic the Hedgehog pops are coming. It's Sonic with a ring, Sonic with an emerald, Shadow, and Dr. Eggman. And Tails and the rest of them are coming too. And I think this is the last. Teen Titans Go Series 3. We're getting Robin as Nightwing, Robin as Red X, Mammoth, Starfire as Batgirl, and Rose Wilson. We need an Indiana Jones and a short round. Yes, short round.
He'd be a little mini, wouldn't he?
He would. We could have a pop and a Dorb combo. I did get a few Funko Pops this week. Shout out to Trinity Comics. He got me this previews exclusive Iron Fist. And he got me the Chase Star-Lord. So, Trinity, if you're watching, thank you again. Ones I picked up myself, don't judge me. I got Simba from The Lion King. Right there.
Hey, Sabanya!
one that everyone's trying to find still, the Target exclusive Star Wars 40th anniversary Vader and his TIE fighter. And from Lord of the Rings, Balrog.
Nice.
And today I was actually in Walmart and where'd it go? And I did it. I didn't pick up a Funko Pop, but I saw this guy for $6. And I love my Venom, so I picked him up.
What is it?
That's all I got.
I've only got one Funko, and it goes out to Jeremy too. If you saw my post on our Facebook group, and that's the Hulkbuster pop. This is the Marvel exclusive, Mark Collector Core exclusive, which he said this thing was heavy. God dang, this thing is actually heavy. I don't know if anybody else has had one of these, but he's a pretty dang heavy Funko Pop, that's for sure. But that does complete my Avengers Age of Ultron run, which is cool. Do you guys have any Funko Pops or any collectible you got this week you want to talk about?
Yeah, I actually today Tuesday was Rich's birthday, and
Happy birthday!
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Thanks.
My wife bought him a Funko that unfortunately is sitting on my kitchen table because I forgot when I came over, but it was a Dark Knight Previews exclusive Dark Knight. So here it is.
Thanks.
One of the things I was going to talk about this in the comic section, I forgot. And so I picked up the True Believers, the Groot. I don't remember what book this is. I think it says here on the inside cover. Tales So Astonished, Groot. So they consider this the first appearance of Groot, from the comics, where he is very loosely related to Groot. And I read through this story, but wouldn't this be the first appearance of Hulk then? I mean, because it's a big bulking guy. I don't know why if that's the first appearance of Groot, that's not the first appearance of Hulk. I don't know what anybody else's opinion is on that, but
I haven't even flipped through it.
So real quick, I just got a couple things to talk about, movie related, nothing big. First was the Chatter Rich. I forgot which one you guys touched on it earlier. You were talking about Netflix acquiring the Malara universe, and I wanted to touch and see which ones of these you think would you like to see come in as a TV series, or have you read any of these? I'm trying to get on the right page. So Reborn, Empress, Huck, Juniper's Circle, Chrononauts, Juniper's Legacy, MPH, Kingsman. I mean, a couple of these are already tied up in some other titles. So Kingsman, Kick-Ass, and Wanted was a very loose related movie with Angelina Jolie. Are there any of these you really look forward to seeing in a TV-like format on Netflix?
There's 3, and I think that Netflix could actually do Superman right by doing Huck.
Okay.
That story was an awesome story. The other one that I would love to see Netflix do is Nemesis.
I agree. That was one of my favorites. I love Nemesis.
That is such a twisted book. And I would love to see them cast the right people and redo Wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because to see somebody die by shit is awesome.
No, I agree. I love Superior, but I don't know if I'd want to see that as a Netflix show, but definitely Nemesis. I loved Nemesis. That was one of my favorites. I'd love to see that as a TV show.
But when I read Huck, it was a fantastic book, man.
And I remember that when it first came out and I saw it on the shelf, but I passed on it every single time. And I feel like I'm regretting doing that now.
It just came out in trade, and it reads really good as a trade book. I picked issue 3 up first because I want to say that it was
Do we lose him again? We can't hear him.
Sounds like it.
Okay. Well, they're figuring that out. Have you read any of these series, Mike? I think you read Reborn.
Yeah, I've definitely read Reborn. I've read Huck, and I think that's the one I'm pulling for the most. I haven't read any of the others. I don't think.
I got to admit, I jumped on eBay and I picked up a few of these runs. I picked up Wanted. I picked up the first couple issues of Nemesis. I got some of Huck. So
I would love to see them expand on Kick-Ass.
Yeah.
I mean, I love the movies. I love Hit Girl. And I did pick up that. I went on, like I said in our chat, I picked up that Jupiter's Legacy #1 for $6, whatever.
I picked up a couple of the Jupiter Circle to check it out. My comic shop still had #1 and #2 first print on the shelf, so I grabbed them up. The other thing that I kind of want to briefly talk about, I mean, I think everybody's seen this picture of Josh Brolin as Cable, and what you think about this so far.
Too skinny.
You think he's too skinny?
Yes.
He still looks pretty badass,
Maybe he looks badass, better than the Domino. The pictures of Domino they put up there.
He's getting a lot of hate for his hair. That's one thing. They say the undercut, that hairstyle is now so 2 years ago, and it's been taken over by the alt-right Nazi kind of group, and it's garbage now. That's what they say.
Oh God, that's the last thing I noticed was the hair.
But now, I mean, I just finally I let my hair grow out, and I got the same kind of haircut now I've had for the past 6 months, and now I'm out of style, I guess. So, whatever. I see you guys are choking each other over there. You lost your audio again.
We're having hellacious storms over here, so I apologize.
Okay. So you have any other things on the Malara universe and any other stuff you wanted to add on to that?
I just would like to see Wanted redone correctly. That's it.
Like I said, I just ordered. I got the 6 issues. I got them coming in the mail. I've always seen the movie. I thought the movie was good, but I've heard the movie is completely different from what the books actually are. So I'm looking forward to seeing what the books are like.
The books is Eminem and Halle Berry. That's it.
Eminem and Halle Berry?
Yeah. So Angelina Jolie's character is based off of Halle Berry in the book. She's drawn just like it.
Yes.
And the main character, James McAfee, that's the guy that it's Eminem, and it's the villains themselves. I mean, one of them's a giant pile of poop.
Really? Okay. So
yeah, Mr. Crickets is. I mean, it's a great book, but out of all of them, I think Huck is sick enough to be a great book. Nemesis is demented, and the ending will blow your mind.
Yeah.
I'm excited about it, but like I told you earlier, I said that kind of really bummed me out that Disney said we're gonna take our ball and go home.
Yeah. So experience with Millar's work. Now, all of his works are like 6-issue arcs, 6-issue miniseries, and then he moves in like episode or season 2 of the books or whatever, that volume 2. Has he done it with all the books he's written?
I mean, a lot of his books are like self-contained stories. I mean, Old Man Logan was one of his. I mean, he wrote Old Man Logan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which I think I like that. I think I like having a story start out and wrapped up in 6 issues, so you can buy the whole set, not worry about an ongoing 200-issue arc on it,
Yeah.
Okay, and your thoughts on Josh Brolin as Cable?
Yeah.
I was when they announced that they thought the guy from Avatar was running for it. I thought he would have been great. I think Brolin's gonna have fun with it. I love that the I love the makeup design of having the technovirus coming up his neck. It's subtle enough. I don't think there's enough pouches on the uniform.
Gotta go with the Liefeld pouches.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think they should have him in slippers with pointy feet. But it's gonna be a fun. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I'm a huge Cable fan. I love Cable. So Brolin is a good actor. Maybe he can pull it off. I don't know. We'll see.
Well, I just read today where the story is going to center around Hope.
And that would probably explain the little teddy bear hanging off the side of his.
Okay.
So that's going to be interesting. And this group is going to form X-Force.
Okay. So
And
yeah, I know they're talking about doing an X-Force movie as well.
so I I'm a big Game of Thrones fan. So the fact that Sansa is Jean Grey now, and I just read where Arya is Wolfbane in the new X-Force movie.
Yep.
I think it's going to be a kind of. I think the X-Men are doing things right, and they just announced that in Legion, Xavier is going to appear this year, and the costumes are coming back, the blue costumes.
Is it going to be James McAfee showing up as Xavier?
No, it's Patrick Stewart.
Is it really? Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
They're going to do a time jump.
What are you saying, Mike?
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay.
Come on, Mike.
I'm surprised he's not watching either a sports game or something. What are you doing?
No, TV's off. I'm watching the chat. That's not moving because there's only 3 people in here.
Oh my goodness, I'm going to cry. We had a pretty good run earlier. So I guess we'll go ahead and wrap it up now. We're just at an hour and 19 minutes. And we'll start with you guys. Chad and Rich, any last minute shout outs or anything you'd like to say before we close out here?
No, just want to thank you again for having us on. It's been fun.
We love you guys. Your show's awesome. We enjoy it. Anytime you guys want us, we're here.
Thanks to the remaining 3 people that are in
the chat.
I guarantee Jason Smith is in here.
He keeps doing our countdown for us on how many people we're losing.
We are actually debating on going to New York Comic-Con this year. So
okay.
If we do, maybe we can do a live Blasted at Stash It from Comic-Con. So
that'd be cool.
We'll see you.
That'd be cool.
And Mike, any shout outs for you?
Yeah, a couple new subscribers of mine, Lake Murray Cards and Comics. I haven't checked them out yet, but they have 9 subscribers. And Cindy Warner, she's got 963 subs. I have no clue. I'm so bad at watching videos lately, so I'll have to go check them out. But there are a couple new subscribers. Shout out to Paul, who is probably passed out by now. Happy 54th birthday, my friend. See you next week.
54th.
He's not that old.
Yeah.
And I wanted to shout out Drew Manchu again for one of my favorite channels to watch when he puts out his face-to-face videos. If he's still in here, shout out to you, my friend. And, of course, the Batcave guys for coming on, filling in.
I do have one more thing to ask you.
What's up?
Because of last week's video, and you guys, I decided that I had to bring beer today.
I didn't bring any beer today. I don't have any beer with me.
So I got to tell you, I'm drinking a local beer called Fathead's Headhunter India Pale Ale, and 2010 silver medal winner. So
yeah, Fatheads I think was a bar.
It's a local bar,
right?
Yeah. So one other thing, we are going to a con on Sunday, and we're interviewing. So our video is going to be up later next week, but we're trying to interview. We have it with the legendary hardcore legend Mick Foley.
Oh, nice!
Oh my God!
And the best mustache in the game, the Bandit, Burt Reynolds.
Oh, really?
Oh, no
wow.
shit.
Who was drafted by the Steelers? You didn't know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Oh, back in the day, he was drafted by the Steelers?
I'm more of a Pens fan than Steeler fan.
Yeah, you know what? The guy won't even go to a Steeler game with me.
I'll go to a Penguin game with you.
I said a Steeler game. I
I'm
have
sorry.
tickets to the Steelers.
No, let's see. You made Mike this happy this year if I go into a Penguins game. So yeah, definitely. I think for Chad and Richmond reviews from the Batcave. Do you guys have any shirts or any merch that you guys do from your channel?
Not yet.
We do have it on TeePublic. But it's not the sweetest merch in the game. So right now we're working on a couple things. It's going to be out soon, so we'll send you guys a link. Hey, hell, we'll even send you a shirt.
Yeah.
All right. Well, when you do get that all set up, make sure you post a link on the Facebook group too, so people can know where to find that stuff.
Definitely. Thank you.
So I think with that, we had one other guy who was in here, popped in earlier, Doug West, and he says channel review. I don't know who Doug West is. I went to his channel. He has like 10,000 subs. I don't know. I haven't got a chance to actually look and see what the heck he does on his. But that's going to go ahead and wrap it up this week with the Poopy Paul and Turdy Trinity gone on the mandate. And we'll catch you guys next week. So whether you blast it, whether you shash it, happy reading. Later, guys.
Salute.
Make sure your kids use protection. I don't need Trinity coming back pregnant.
Yeah. Oh, we didn't do a shout out for Trinity. He's on doing his. He actually being a big boy while we were doing bad stuff.
We did for the pops actually.
No, we did. Okay. So we'll go ahead and close that on out then. Later, guys.
Yeah.